Introducing the Open Palm Podcast with host Jerome Shaw, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. The Open Palm Podcast is a positive, uplifting, motivational, and inspirational podcast. The host brings his insight and philosophy, and you can't help but gravitate towards his smile, his words, and his wisdom. Again, the podcast he hosts is titled The Open Palm Podcast. It's about inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas and topics. He'll also help you become more aware and in harmony with your own life, giving you a better understanding of your place in the world and using your skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. You can find the show today on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You can also connect with the host on Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's JROMESHAW on Instagram. Jerome Shaw with the Open Palm Podcast. Motivation, meditation, mentality. Go listen, download, and subscribe today.
This podcast episode is a bit of a sad one, but we can use this as a practice for alchemy, making the best out of something tragic, choosing to transmute the energy into gratitude and happiness and joy and peace for the life of Chadwick Boseman. I first remember seeing Chadwick Boseman with my mom on the big screen watching 42 as he was in the biopic of Jackie Robinson. And it was then that I saw this actor wonderfully displaying on the big screen this awesome talent, this awesome, wonderful ability to encapsulate and embody another person, a person who lived, a legend. And then I saw him again as James Brown and other characters until seeing him as Black Panther, depicted as a strong male figure, a heroic hero in the shoes of Black Panther, T'Challa. Seeing Chadwick Boseman on the big screen has been phenomenal for me to know that an actor, or just any person, because actors are human too, but that we can reach such wonderful heights in an art form that must be respected. I have a bias here because I went to school for theater arts and my specialty is in acting, and I've always wanted to be on the big screen myself. So to be able to see someone like Chadwick Boseman really just inspired me as an actor myself and let me know that anything is possible, that I too can reach those heights because I'm human as well. Remembering Chadwick Boseman, who would have thought that he was battling colon cancer for 4 years, doing film after film, now immortalized? His legacy will always be there, will live on forever and ever in the things that he left behind, in the mouths of those who remember him, in the hearts of those who remember him, in the lives that he touched. Chadwick Boseman will live on. He's not gone from here, but he lives in the lives of those whom he has touched from the big screen and in the real world. Remembering Chadwick Boseman to me is remembering that we all have a gift that we have been given to give back to the world. It is up to us to use that light within to shine out, to shine bright, and give others permission to shine as well. Thank you so much, Chadwick Boseman, for your tremendous work, your awesomeness on screen, and for melting the hearts of many who were able to see you and the many sides of you on the screen. But would we ever know the real side of Chadwick Boseman, the side that wasn't an actor, the side that was an actual real-life person in the real world, dealing with his own problems, dealing with his own things, having a relationship with his own family, away from the limelight, away from the bright lights, away from the big screen? Will we ever know that, Boseman? We may never know that, Boseman, but we can only imagine what sort of pain and what sort of things a person like that must have been dealing with to be able to transmute that energy onto the big screen for all to see and for all to imagine the possibilities. Will we ever know? We may never know, but we can always imagine. Thank you for letting us imagine that we too can shine. You will always live on in hearts and memories, especially mine, letting me know that there is no end. This is not the end for you. And on a happy note, just as you were able to transmute your pain, your grief, your sorrow, your sadness, everything that you were going through, just as you were able to transmute that to something marvelous for all of us to watch, I choose to do the same for this podcast and for everything that I am involved in. I choose to make the best out of the worst situation. May no one know what we are going through, but be inspired and be encouraged to push through adversity, to push through pain, to push through and overcome obstacles, to see our greatness and allow others to see theirs as well. Thank you for listening. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, the Open Palm Podcast here in San Antonio, Texas. I pray that you received an encouraging message from this remembering of Chadwick Boseman, the late and great actor. Pay it forward today by sharing this message with a like-minded individual who is being all that they can be, shining bright for all to see. If you feel compelled to support this podcast, consider opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. Have a wonderful and blessed day or night wherever you are, my friend. And as always, take care. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.